Let's watch this. Um, TikTok influencer chases frame and went bankrupt. Basically, he went from poor to rich to poor.
This TikToker has destroyed his life with awful videos like this.
Grade 8, CVS.
What a jackass. All the workers are going to have to clean up all of that. And if anything busts, he's going to have to pay for it.
This is Jermaine, and he has become slightly infamous on the internet for essentially doing exactly.
Never do that stuff. Even if you think you're internet cloud, you know you're hurting other people. You think, it's just a prank, man. It's just a prank. Go clean it up. Because your parents never taught you how to clean. They taught you not to respect people. Now you imagine you were the worker, and now you have to clean up the mess because of someone else. How would you feel?
Exactly what we saw over and over again.
Hey, rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
And he just went from these countless stupid stunts to then later on pivoting to gambling vlogs. He's essentially lost a decade of his life chasing internet fame in the worst way possible.
There's one thing about YouTube. You're not in it for the money. You're there to entertain and help people. And he's in it for the money, and that's why he's going broke. Because he decided money was more important than actually entertaining people for the right reasons. If you want it for the money, get out of the business. That same thing goes with any entertainment website.
And his decisions have left him bankrupt with nothing to show for other than hundreds.
Even your own creators will say the exact same thing. You don't come into this business with the object of wanting money. You come in here to show people what you can do. And them are the people like Dan TDM who do it for the fans, not for money. People like KSI and this guy will lose everything.
Of videos showing a mislead man chasing internet fame. Originally, as you just saw, his claim to fame was getting retail jobs and creating absolute chaos for his fellow employees to clean up. But naturally, that didn't last too long because he ran out of jobs and the internet got bored with it. But when that attention phased out, he became desperate again. And this whole time, he's been vlogging on his YouTube channel. So,
holy God. Yeah, you the thing is, you're going to have a record which is so bad, no one's going to hire you. The guy's going broke because you are wrecking your job. He's getting kicked out of the stores.
So he then started to share that he is an extreme gambling addict and has jumped from minimum wage job to minimum wage job, but was currently struggling to get a new job. But finally, he got one at Subway. And instead of using that job to provide himself with, a little bit of security while maybe going to community college or doing anything to increase his earning potential, get this. He decided to film a rap music video at the restaurant.
Chance, my $20 loss turned to 50 grand. If you never faced addiction, you won't comprehend.
And to make things worse, this is how he tried to promote it.
Holy God. He's asking to be shoved up. This is garbage.
Excuse me, what are you doing? Buddy, really? But that wasn't it. He had another trick up his sleeve. He tried to get Meek Mill's attention with this.
At Meek Mill. Tell Meek Mill to sign me the group. At Meek Mill. Let him know. I'm trying to get signed to Dream Chasers. All this Subway, bro. At Meek Mill, man. Let him know. I'm trying.
You know they have cameras. So they're watching him do this. When they check the recording, what happened to all the food and everything destroyed, you know he's going to have to pay for it. He has no paycheck.
Trying to sign the Dream Chasers, bro.
Talk about destroying your life with like literally zero upside. So I'm sure the question you have is, did he finally blow up and get his rap career off the ground? Absolutely not. Because let's be real, the only thing you should be rapping in Subway are the subs. Obviously, he was fired and ended up job searching again, found a new job and continued vlogging his life. And sadly for him, it was going nowhere. He continued gambling aggressively in the worst way possible, and I guess started this whole gambling vlog arc. And this thing is just, it's horrifying to watch. It is brutal. I feel like the only thing positive with this series is it really shows you the real unfiltered experience of a gambling addict, not some like paid influencer shilling a lifestyle.
And I recommend going to this guy's channel, liking and subbing, and also subscribe to my channel because I do similar, and also Minecraft content, which I'm working on.
It's funding by gambling referral codes. That's the big difference here, because the sad reality is most of these top streamers on like Kick promoting gambling sites nonstop, they're essentially funded by addict gamblers like Jumaine. So here's his, I guess, first unofficial vlog series where we see him trying to cope with a $200 loss.
At the casino, just lost $200, but I'm about to get some Subway, so make myself feel a little bit better.
I guess the one common theme is he stuck with Subway regardless of trashing it for content in the past. But hey, something that's infinitely less depressing than this is the nostalgic toy car mats. And a few years back, when I was searching for a backdrop for this channel, I realized you can't get the good original ones anymore. The reason I have this toy car mat behind me is I call myself a low-budget talk show. And all these mainstream talk shows, they have these extremely expensive city skylines as backdrops. And that's not obtainable for me. So my obtainable way of getting a city skyline behind me is the nostalgic toy car mats. But they don't sell the original anymore. So I decided to take inspiration from that and build a company called Mat City, where we take nostalgic toy car mats and bring it.
That's sweet of him doing that.
To a city near you. So we have New York City, LA, DC, Chicago, Boston, and many more soon
That'd be something to buy.
to drop alongside of the moon and Mars. Look at that. We got LA here. We also have the
Hell
moon
yeah.
here as well. We also did a winter rally / snow collection and Santa's North Pole Village, which is currently available for a limited time of only this December. And then on top of that, we also do mouse mats in all sizes, because as soon as I saw some of our designs on the large mat, I was like, I need my setup to look like this as well. So hey, if you want one, you can grab.
And they're really great for kids. I mean, when you have a toddler, they're a perfect mat to use. I mean, they'd be like they drove on New York without actually getting in that car and getting in an accident.
I one at Matt.City, which will be in the link in the top of the description down below and in the pinned comment.
And doing the old days.
If you decide to do so, thank you so much, because it really does support the channel. But without further ado, let's continue this absolute downward spiral. Because after losing the $200, he then walks around the casino upset with himself and disgusted that he lost so much money. So instead of quitting or going, all right, that's not for me, maybe I'll come back again next year or something like that, try my luck, like any normal person, he turns this into a vlog series.
What's up, it's Jamani. I'm on my way to the casino. I had $200 and, you know, let's see what happens. About to go with a little two-piece. Nothing serious, $200, but yeah, I'm gonna make one bet. My first bet is gonna be a $20 bet. If it hits, I'm gonna be $50 in profit, and if I do hit my first bet, I'm gonna cash out and leave and go to the bank. So just letting y'all know ahead of time.
Oh boy, what do we think happens here? This is a terrible setup. But he then goes to one of the worst machines possible and bets in the dumbest way possible. Not only
I would never do this for any reason. Casinos are designed to drag you in to drain your bank. There's a reason why the casinos always win. Everything is rigged.
not only is he gambling at a casino, but he's also severely reducing his odds of winning with what and how he's playing.
Thank you.
Again, if this hits, I'm gonna catch.
The slot machines are better. You're an idiot.
Cash out. That's gonna be $50 profit, and I'm gonna go to the bank. So, let's see what happens.
He lost.
So I'm about to start playing.
Are we really surprised that happened? But he does hit and goes into an $84 profit. The only problem here is that's not the whole story, because he's clearly overall in a massive net negative.
On that last hit, I profited $84. So that's what that hit was. And again, I came in with $100 bill. So I'm about to deposit this.
I'm going to bet he lost even more than that. He's lying.
$84 into my bank account, and I'm gonna explain why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing. So as of right now, my bank account is overdrafted $956.38. This probably will get returned by sometime today, but I'm gonna deposit the $84 in my account, and I just, you know what I mean, like I said.
You know, fact, the bank is going to be taking money out of his wallet to cover that too? That's not going to be close to 1,000. That's going to be 10,000 soon as you don't know it, even if he doesn't take anything out, because now he's bankrupt. Don't do this. This is how people go from being rich, from being anything wealthy, to having nothing. And the rich don't gamble.
I'm a compulsive gambler, bro.
Except FedEx.
Bro, I've made so many poor choices in my life,
And
but
that decision was actually a good decision. But it could have wound up being FedEx not existing.
I'm about to go to the bank right now and deposit money into my account and try to, let's see, I'm trying to see if I can make $1,000 today, but I'm gonna do it slowly.
Oh, dude. So he's trying to turn $200 into $950 to just break even in one day. Gambling. Buddy, pack it up. Never gamble again. This is just going to siphon so much money out of you. It already has. The amount of money it's taken out of your life is insane. And if you just keep doing this, it's just going to get worse and worse. Because, as expected, in part 2, he lost all $200, with his final bet being a Hail Mary to hit one single number in roulette. So he's really playing against his own odds here.
All right, $10 on 10. If that doesn't hit, that's it. I just lost $200. So.
Funny. This guy's a piece of trash, so I don't feel guilty against him.
9 red.
All right, that's it for the vlog. Through the struggles.
So, did he take this as a sign from the universe to pack it up and quit? Absolutely not. I mean, the dude lives his life kind of like that diamond mining meme, because he thinks he's right about to strike gold every single time. Because once he managed to re-up his bank account to zero, not positive, just he broke to zero. He broke even. He immediately goes and overdrafts it again and just continues the same cycle.
My feelings are hurt. I had to overdraft my bank account to go to the casino. I only had $2.89 in my account, and now I just overdrafted, and it's negative $97.11.
Buddy, come on, dude. And again, he loses almost everything in the casino and leaves the casino like this.
All right, I'm leaving the casino. I have about, I think $19. I'm gonna walk out with $19 just so I don't look that bad.
Dude, you don't look good here. This looks like an absolute nightmare.
This looks like a complete nightmare. He lost everything, and that's charges will start piling up.
Is living, I would assume, everyone's nightmare here. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. And this behavior just goes on for over a year, and it just gets so much worse.
Oh my gosh. I can't make this stuff up. This is through the struggles. I literally gambled my braces away. when I think about it, all the money I had within the last 3 months that I gambled and lost, I could have paid off my braces. That's crazy. I made.
That's the thing is, the casino always wins. Do not think you ever are going to win against the casino. They have a high percentage of winning. It's rigged. Remember, you cannot win against the casino. You will lose.
Choices. I gotta live with them. Made my bed. And I gotta lay in it.
This shows what happens when you're a gambling addict. If he was not a gambling addict, he would have more money to buy better food, better stuff. Now he has nothing except a debt.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this struggle. I don't see it happening right now.
I understand he feels completely defeated, but it's still 100% within his control to get out of the struggle. It definitely will not be easy, but it's still very possible. I mean, actually, what would you guys even do? Let's do some groupthink here in the comments. Okay, B. Jermaine, you're cooked. Your life is...
One thing I would do, prohibit not to go to casino. For any reason, do not walk in there. If you're a gambling addict, they love you. They want you to show up. If you have $1 million, they really love you because they're in it for the money. Do not gamble. Do not promote gambling. Instead of gambling, I recommend him playing a video game. That's the first thing I would say. Don't go to the casino, and then next thing, do not just play some video games. Play like Minecraft or a game where it's like there's no casinos in it, like Path of Exile. You could play Path of Exile for free, like the original. Get a gaming habit which doesn't cost hardly anything. Minecraft, it's cheap. You really only have to buy a base game with the PC and you're set. Or Path of Exile. Really, if you don't pay for the microtransactions, maybe a couple here or there, just to get things going. Otherwise, it's free. Right there, you're saving money, and then save the money you would have. And every time you would have went to the casino, instead of taking that money and going to the casino, put it in a pill bottle and put it someplace in your apartment. And instead of going to the casino, it's there. You put it away and forget about it. And you're saving all the money. There's actually a person out there who actually saved a bunch of money for her kids. Instead of buying the pack of cigarettes, she put her money into the kid's bank account for when he turned to 18. And there was a ton of money left there. She never touched it. Instead of buying that pack, she deposited the money into her kid's 18-year-old bank account. And that kid had $30,000, $40,000 in it. When he turned 18, he had a bunch of money. And she never had to smoke. That's the next thing I would say. Do that.
Is absolutely destroyed from your own actions. You're probably in like $70,000 worth of debt, gambling debt. You're not very hireable due to your constant clout chasing over the last 7 years. And
his work record is trash.
You don't have a lot of motivation in life. Then on top of that, you're still addicted to gambling to the point where you just keep on overdrafting your account and you do even more desperate stuff, which we'll get into later on in this video. So the only thing I can think of that will actually help him is offshore. He needs to be offshore. You can't go to the casino if you're on a boat in the middle of nowhere, right? And I'm talking to like a fishing boat. I'm not saying like go to a cruise liner because they have casinos. He needs a deep sea fishing job. Perks of being on a deep sea fishing boat. Free rent while he's on the boat. High pay. Somewhat interesting day, so he can vlog it for his vlogs. He can keep vlogging. That's what he wants to do. He will also get the camaraderie of the other guys on the boat. I think he really needs that social interaction because he seems extremely isolated in his vlogs. And then, of course, his story will probably be hilarious for some old fishermen. But obviously, I am completely...
Actually, that sounds even better. I mean, what he was doing was pure garbage. Good way to get fired for life. If he would have done that, he could have took off and made even more money at the end. I mean, that's funny. It's that he chose to ruin his life for nothing.
Spitballing here, as I clearly have zero knowledge of how to get a deep sea fishing job. What I do know is, though, I grew up in a small town in Norway, and some of the crash outs I know in my city, they became deep sea fishermen, and they turned their life around completely. So I'm just going off of what I have seen has worked for other people before. Now, it wasn't gambling problems, it was substance problems, but being out on a boat, you know, isolates you from that. So I think that could actually be helpful. But I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just trying to think, like, dude, he is cooked. I am trying to give him a smidge of hope here because it's depressing. Like,
I would say, since he's messed his whole entire life up, stop going to the casino and play a game which don't have microtransaction or at least gambling. That's his only choice. And work his ass off and be a good worker at work and get off of YouTube. His clout chasing is what ruined him at the end.
I don't want to see someone struggle like this, but I also realize that is life. I mean, this guy is doing all of this to himself, but I feel like it is actually an interesting thought experiment. So out of everyone who's watching my channel here, I mean, just looking at my demographics, we are from all walks of life here, from a whole bunch of different countries. So please let me know in the comments down below what you think his best route would be, because I feel like there'll be some interesting comments. Because see, then
he's going to have a very hard life. He can get out of it if he tries and tries and tries and saves every penny and work from morning to night. Basically, enough time to eat and sleep and show he's actually a decent human being. He could pull out of this and build a business, but never go to the casino ever again. Put it in a bank account and forget about it.
And we won't only be dunking on him in the comments, we'll actually be like a little bit helpful and share some of that Christmas spirit, because I am actually recording this on Christmas morning before my family gets up, before I go spend Christmas for them. So Merry Christmas, guys. So I'm just trying to share some Christmas spirit here, because as of right now, things have gotten so bad for this guy that he is constantly opening new credit cards, going to the Apple store, buying a brand new iPad. Then he would take this iPad to a pawn shop, pawn it for half of what it's worth, then go back to the casino with that money, lose that money, and then he's out double. It's like he's double hurting himself financially. Like, this is so painful to watch that something needs to happen here. I think we need a fish.
That's even worse yet. His credit history is trash. It means no one's going to want him. And also means the debt he's going to have is going to be monstrous. I'm literally not joking. I don't know if he could recover. He's got a hole in the ground so deep that he'll be lucky to see the sky.
Fishing boat involved here. He needs to get placed as far away from a casino and or pawn shop as humanly possible. And I think a deep sea fishing boat would be the best alternative for him. Like, it's funny to joke about, but also like,
I would say that. I would say the exact same thing. Go on rig. You're just get disconnected from the internet, and I don't know how he would live. Unfortunately, with that much debt, they're going to be chasing him. The creditors will be chasing you. You like it or not, they're going to be chasing you every single day of the week. I don't know how he's going to get out of it. His life is ended. Unfortunately, the amount of money he's in debt is more than 100 grand. Easily. And it's going to pile up higher and higher and higher. And you know what? Any wages he has is going to be garnished just to pay it off. And wait till the lawsuits start coming in. He's going to be in court every so often to pay back all these debts.
I can't think of a better option. But I mean, it's safe to say if you want to absolutely obliterate your finances, you can just follow Jermaine's guide that he's put out on his YouTube and TikTok channels on how to live his life. Please do not follow his footsteps. If you have any love for yourself, never do that to yourself. Not only to yourself, if you have any love for yourself or your loved ones, don't do that, because this is just a sure way to completely destroy yourself financially and emotionally destroy your loved ones who do not want to see you in a position like this. But all of his vlogs are essentially just him complaining about how bad his life is for sympathy, clicks, and donations. Then he does absolutely nothing to improve his life. Like, not too long ago, he even pulled this, like, Meek Mill card again.
At Meek Mill, tell him to save me, bro. I'm in the trenches right now. I promise I'll stop clout chasing. I don't want to be a heathen, bro. I'm done being a heathen. It's been 5 years and I'm still in the trenches, bro. I can't save myself. Just came back from the casino, lost everything. Yo, Meek, if you see this, bro, save me, bro.
Dude, what is Meek Mill going to do for you? You are the only one that can save yourself, Jermaine. But it's safe to say, like, if he continues down the same path and continues to be stuck in the past, venting to his vlogs that if he did this and this different and his life would be so different if he just didn't do this, he's gonna be stuck forever. Because in reality, what he has to do is he has to say enough is enough. Like, he needs to ban himself from going to a casino ever again. He can't go. It's not in the cards for him. He cannot gamble in a healthy way. He needs to find any job that will take him, learn any skill or trade that can increase his income potential, so he can return to living a life that's actually pleasant to live. Like, the dude needs to become accountable for his own actions rather than just moan about them on his vlog. And I realize he does this on his vlog because this is a way he gets money. But those vlogs could do without the gambling, because that just really sets him back infinitely more than what he makes off of his TikTok. He also just spends so much of his time moaning about getting 0 women, to the point where one of his jobs, he worked at a Motel 6 and he sat at the front desk and he vlogged about how he kept seeing people, you know, bringing women home to this Motel 6, and he was envious of that. He was even envious of the ones paying for it. So it's just like, dude, get your shit together. Take care of yourself physically and financially, and get yourself into a position where you can actually take care of someone emotionally and financially. You need to add some value into someone's life, or else they're not going to want to be with you. Nobody wants to date a charity case. So I'm thinking here, deep sea.
No one wants to date a person who's literally in so much debt that is above their eyeballs. If a woman comes up to him and finds out his finances is in the toilet, she leaves immediately. It doesn't matter how good looking you are. When you're in the negative of over $100,000, you're fucked. And even if he gets money, it's going to all be gone. When he gets his paycheck, that money will be down to the minimum to live.
Fishing. It'll add some dad lore to his life. It'll hopefully sharpen him. Get him as far away from the casinos as possible. Make him some money. He lives for free on the boat. He'll be able to pay off his debt, not quick, but like, you know, faster than his current rate. And then the camaraderie. I think like, he needs social interaction in his life. That's like, just watching his vlogs, this dude is isolated, and it seems like his human interaction he gets on literally from the bus or at the casino. And even at the casino, like, he gambles at the freaking like tablets. He's not interacting with humans. So he's playing the freaking games that are like give you way worse odds as well. Like, I don't know. The whole thing is just a disaster. While many of his actions are laughably stupid, there is definitely some entertainment value there. It's definitely gone on for way too long that it's just depressing at this point, and I really hope he finds some help and actually has the will to want to turn his life around. So hopefully,
I don't know if he might have the will after all the lawsuits and his money basically going bye-bye. He will have the will. Give it 1 or 2 years, and he's seeing his life completely turn into a pile of mush, and then he's going to have the will. Just don't give him any money right now. Just don't. But this guy's rug. It looks cool. He does a really good job.
his vlog can end up turning for the better and he doesn't spend the rest of his life essentially being down bad. But if you are a loved one or currently dealing with gambling addiction, please seek help, as your life will be so much better once you break that terrible habit. And obviously you have the mainstream US help number right here, but there's also plenty of other free resources, and I really encourage you getting help if you need it. But if you do have your together financially, we've got some cool mats over at Mad.City, baby. Feel free to check them out in the link down below or in the description down below. So I feel bad for that segue, kinda, but other than that, I really hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you guys for a wonderful year. I mean, this has just been phenomenal. I've been doing this full time for probably since 2016, so 8 years now, and I'm very blessed.
If you're wondering what all the clicking and noise is, it's me trying to build a building in Minecraft. I'm in creative mode, in a single player mode. I'm just trying to get something done I'm planning to show off later.
Thank you guys so much for a wonderful year. I'm excited to just be making infinitely more content next year. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and
yes, I'm able to watch both screens at the same time.
for those of you guys who don't celebrate, I still wish you guys the best for the New Year's.